Hi, my name is Brittney Ermon. I'm a reporter at KSTP TV Channel 5, the ABC station. I'm a reporter there. My second love is teaching. I've also had the privilege to teach journalism classes at the University of Minnesota for a few semesters. I almost went that route when I was in school, but I feel like journalism chose me. So I chose Minnesota to be home for the last 3 years or so. And that was because I saw just the huge impact that the death of George Floyd had on the nation. And I thought it would be a perfect place to share stories about some of those inequities and disparities that came to the forefront after his death. Things that have happened here, painful history that may be easy to look past, but I think it's more important to acknowledge, or those people that are doing incredible work to talk about those inequities and disparities that are happening in the state to make sure to close those gaps, because that's what's most important. So this was a great place for me to be a reporter because there were so many stories to tell. I've been here 3 years. It's been a journey. I've adapted. I have an amazing group of friends that have my best interests, that are super supportive. My amazing parents who live at home in Chicago. That's where I'm from. I'm from the suburbs, Homewood, Illinois, if you know it. And this was my second stop on my journalism journey. The journalism field is not easy. And I think I figured that out the moment I had my first internship in Indianapolis, is when I saw the grind. I saw the crazy hours. I saw, people working holidays, long days, and I still wanted to do it because I really wanted to make a positive impact in some capacity. And this gave me the privilege to have a platform to do that. But looking at the field, especially the condition or the state of journalism right now and how people look at us, there's a lot of negativity. And sometimes it's difficult to look past how people feel about what we do. I think personally, a lot of it is just rooted in not knowing. It's rooted in media illiteracy, not knowing how we do our jobs and what the process looks like. And I encourage people who do have questions to ask them. I mean, we ask questions for a living and we're happy to answer them as well. If there are, misunderstandings about the field, I feel like in some cases people ask me, do people hand you a script every day and you just talk? No, I'm not a robot. Everything you hear me say, I wrote. Everything you see on TV, I researched. I've done the interviews, I've done the work, and this is not a job where I'm a robot. I'm a person. And I think that's something that's lost in journalism, and that's something that is hard when you have people who, critique you or come at you and say, you're a problem, and really I'm just here to hoping to make a difference and be positive. So that's one of the things you might run into, but I will say that that's just a part of it, right? And I also think that there are going to be people who tell you you can't. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't accomplish, because there are going to be people on your journey that tell you what you're not capable of, and will be negative and tell you you should try something else. It has happened to me in my high school and college career. There are people who did not want to see me succeed. And it reminds me of one of my favorite scriptures that talks about God making your enemies your footstool. And that's exactly what happened throughout my career. And I think what you have to have is a strong circle. Incredible parents, incredible friends, people who want to see you do well, want to see you thrive. And you also have to be confident in yourself to make sure that you can reach those goals, because the only person stopping you is you. And I got to a point in college, my junior year, I'll never forget it, I was going to switch majors because I felt so discouraged by what people were telling me and people who didn't want to see me do well. And it was a conversation in the restroom with my mom. I called her, I was crying, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to be a Spanish teacher. This is not something that I can do, just because there were so many negative things coming my way. But she gave me an encouraging conversation. I'll never forget it. I remember what I was wearing. I remember the day of the week, because it was such a monumental moment in my life. But that encouragement, telling me I could, and telling me not to stop, is the reason why I am where I am today. Growing up, my dad always said, shoot for the stars, shoot for the highest point you possibly can, because your dreams are achievable. I come from a praying family. Through prayer, I'm also sitting where I am today, and not in the classroom. And again, I love teaching. Teachers are incredible. It's my second love, but this was my first, and I'm here because of so many people. So I say all that to say, go and shoot for the stars. Don't let anyone tell you what you're not capable of. They cannot have any influence on God's plan. What is for you is meant for you and will be yours. And just keep pushing. There are going to be hard days. If you want to go into journalism, oh my goodness, I can tell you how many times I've cried in the car, cried in the closet, said I'm quitting. But I think the good days outweigh the bad days. And that's what's kept me around for so long. And I won't say so long because it's only been, I want to say like 5.5 or so years. So I'm still in the beginning phases and I have so much to learn, so much to, go after. But where I'm sitting right now, I'm here because there's so many people who push me to be in this place.